I didn't sound like this at all, like 15 years ago. Like now I talk like Bob. And I've become him, yeah. Hi everybody, I'm Jon Benjamin. I played Bob Belcher on the show, what's the name of that show? Bob's Burgers. And I'm gonna try to read the first scene of the episode The Lost City of Atlantic. And I'm gonna try to do all the characters.
Going to a casino!
Yeah! Going to a casino! Going to a casino! Mom, Dad, you're nailing raising us. We're only going to a casino to cash these chips I found and then leave.
And then go get dinner at the dumpling garden.
And then go get dinner at that dumpling garden.
They have good dumplings, and actually a pretty good garden.
So, like a butternut squash?
So, like butternut squash?
Yeah, kinda. He was sweet to me and Gail. He was sweet to my grandmother. He was just a sweetie.
So, Grandpa Sweet Potato.
I just fucked this all up. We gotta stop.
This is where I came from and where I shall forever live.
I was living in Boston, I was doing comedy. This comedian, Jonathan Katz, started doing this show called Dr. Katz. And I auditioned for that, and that was a voiceover job. And that ended up becoming a company that made a bunch of shows after. And Lauren Bouchard, the creator of Bob's Burgers, was the editor of that. So that's where we met. And then he, started developing his own stuff, and I just kept working with him. So he gave me the part, I said yes, and then it hasn't stopped in 30 years. I didn't sound like this at all, like 15 years ago. Like now I talk like Bob. And I've become him, yeah. The buffet actually smells pretty good. Should we eat dinner here? Old school places like this can sometimes be weirdly great. Whenever you start doing a television show, you feel like it's gonna get canceled after a season. And I think in the beginning of Bob's, that was always a concern. This, it's did one, and then you're very happy you did two, and then, oh my God, 3, and then holy shit, 4, and then what the fuck, 5, and then fucking no way, 6. And then, fuck! 7? I'm sorry, I'll stop. You don't know whether people are going to respond to it, and then sort of started building an audience, and you could tell from going to Comic-Con that it was getting this really good response, and people started loving the show, and my mom called, and she never calls. And she was like, I like that show you're on.
Oh, hey kids, what are you up to?
Learning about casino carpet, you?
Well, long story. That mermaid is your great half-aunt.
Ha! We knew you two had to be related.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The show's been on so long, the writers have found the voices really well, and you have the original group together working. It's rather unusual, I would think, in television. The cast is sort of spread out. There's some people in Boston. There's people have since moved around. Production is in LA, and I'm in New York with John Roberts, who plays Linda. We live in New York, not together, but maybe someday. To split rent, I would love to pay less. We will definitely read through the scene as it's written once, and then Lauren encourages to fool around more. The end result is typically 10-15% improvisation. Bob's improv is a lot like this. A lot of if I had I do that's my big improv. Yeah. So have we decided? Prime rib? I feel like we've decided. For the actors, we do a read-through of the script. So you do the read-throughs on Fridays, and then they'll record the episode on the following Wednesday. So they'll do rewrites, and then the record, we do it like an ensemble. The process is a little bit like doing it live, and you're sort of recording with the actors at the same time. That was always the way Lauren wanted to do it, because it allows for improvisation and people talking over each other. It gives it sort of a more like a family talking to each other. And an episode usually takes 4 hours maybe to get through the whole thing.
I can't believe it. The nice old lady Shirley was a homewrecker, and my perfect grandpa was a dirtbag. Great.
When we started doing this show that I think was 2 shows before Bob's, called Home Movies, Lauren Bouchard, the creator of the show, he would always just do this part because we're not casting anyone. And he still makes me do that. I have to play old man number 1 or Little Boy number 2. So Old Man in Bar sounds like, hey, I'll have a bourbon neat.
We head to the roulette table. Roulette it ride.
No.
Ah, boulette.
100, 250. There you go. There you go.
I've got it.
These are old chips. What do you have? These in a drawer somewhere?
I used to do the show Archer, which was this like spy parody, and I would have to yell the whole show, and I would lose my voice.
Age 70 and his dog.
Archer.
Killed by a 12-footer 3 years ago. Dade County.
Archer.
What?
I think there was a couple times that show and Bob's, I went from like a 10 a.m. Archer record and then went to Bob's, and I had no voice. That was the day I realized I can't do both shows in the same day. That's impossible.
How's that for you?
So good. It looks so tender. How long did you roast it for?
I just carve it.
Oh, Jew.
Bob is definitely maybe not a chef. He's a cook, right? One would argue. I think he's probably wants to be a chef. Never got there. I can make a few things pretty well. I don't make burgers. Yeah. They're better made elsewhere. But I try other things. I can make osabuco. I don't know. I just said that. I have no idea. I just thought of it, and I was like, I'd make a really good osabuco. I thought it would sound cool.
Why are you being so weird about this, Glenn? Just let me carve one little slice. Shh. Think about it. Let it marinate.
I don't really have a say in the storylines. I did write with Holly Schlesinger, I think, like 3 episodes, like a long time ago. But now that the writers are just fully, like, you know, like a machine, they do it. I have pitched a joke episode that I really want done. I don't know what the storyline is. They have to come up with that. But I want Bob's only line, and no limit to how many times I say it, to be, oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So it could be like 4 times. So that would be a very minimal Bob episode. Or it could be like 400 times. And he says nothing else the whole episode.
Find the kids. We gotta go. I'll explain when I see you. Oh, no.
Bob is a really good parent. He's very supportive, I think, of his kids, very present for them, pretty patient overall. Yeah, he's a good dad. He's a good dad for what he has to go through. No, I'm a terrible dad. I'm like the exact opposite. But thankfully, I got Bob's Burgers. It totally helped my parenting. I was the meanest dad, and then, I slowly started getting more like Bob, but it was too late.
Wow, cool money.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, everyone. Should we leave? Let's leave. Everyone have fun?
Yes,
We did have
sirree.
lots of fun.
Great, good. Keep going.
I feel like it could go on forever. I will try my best to keep doing it. I'm not necessarily going to die soon, but maybe. If I die here in this chair, he'll be so upset. There's a fan of the show, just so you know, right there.